Ho, ho, ho! And Merry Christmas from EKH Studio One. It's been a long year going through transition, and now's the time to share with everyone the gifts that we all have to bring. Wanted to share with you the studio. This is the first real broadcast that I'm sitting here, and we're moving to doing this as a full-time venture. Many of you may have seen me post that we didn't get the bid for the tennis centers, and so we're not going to be running tennis centers. Doesn't mean not going to be in the business of tennis, because I love tennis. I can't even begin to tell you how deep it runs within my veins. But we're not going to be running tennis centers, but we're going to be using technology to change the game of tennis and to tell great stories. Because I thought about it, and I spent my youth just having fun. It was all about what was the next great time. And then I decided I wanted to be a role model. And so I moved far, far away and became boring because it was all about business. Well, now it needs to become about the business of enjoying my life and spending it with great people and telling awesome stories. Not so sure I know what I'm doing, but I know I'm going to use cameras, and I know I'm going to get better. But I figured I'd share with you some of the things that are bringing in to our world as the presents that are coming to EKH Media. And so I have a couple presents that we're going to open here. Here's the first one. Let's see. What could it be? I don't know, but somebody taped it down awful good. Like it's an unboxing video. See ya. And, yep. When I first bought a camera, I didn't realize that they didn't come with media. I had been buying cameras with hard drives in them, and so I didn't realize it. So what we have are a couple of SD cards that go in some sort of camera, maybe one of the ones that we already have, and they are Pro SD V90, which means that they're pretty fast. They go in cameras that have pretty high data rates. And they're 128 gigabytes, and we got a couple of them. These aren't the kind of cards you would find if you go to Best Buy. They don't have them for sale there. They're much higher data rate cards. The ones that you see there are for your camcorders that you might buy at Best Buy. These are ones which are much higher data rates. I don't know the specs on it. One of the things I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be learning, and I'm going to be sharing along with you just kind of how much time we get out of these particular cards. So, got a couple of cards. I wonder where they're going to go. Let's kind of put them over here and move on to what comes next. Ooh, a bigger box, and it has a little bit of heft to it. So let's see what we get. Oh my goodness, a box within a box. And inside of this came from B&H Photo and Video. It says it has lithium batteries in it. So let's see what we got. Well, comes with whatever it is, has some sort of bag. And let's see, got a twisty tie. Probably should have brought a trash bag out. Normal Christmas morning thing. Low Pro. Well, looks like it's a camera bag. And Wonder if there's anything inside the camera bag. It's pretty hefty duty. It's got a strap. It's got a little pouch that somehow is attached to things. In here, it's got another strap. Straps and straps and straps. All right. Let's see what goes in this. All right, that's enough of the suspense. Here we go. We have a Panasonic G85. It is a 4K camera. The reason we chose this, well, one, because we didn't have the funds to get a G85, I mean a GH5. So we decided to get a G85. And I was thinking about whether I should get this, or originally I was thinking between a G7 and a GX85. Well, and using it for vlogging. The GX85 doesn't have an input jack, so we would have been stuck with the in-camera audio, which isn't great. The G7 is a camera which is an awesome 4K camera. Would have been great on the studio, kind of the overhead shot that you're seeing. It would have been fabulous there, but it doesn't have in-body stabilization. Although the GX85 does have in-body stabilization. What we got with the G85 is we got the best of both. We got the in-body stabilization, and we have the input jack, and it uses, in combination with the lens, dual image stabilization for super shots. One of the reasons kind of went with Panasonic is it has great stabilization. So for being out vlogging and things, super steady shots without needing some sort of steady cam or gimbal. And so we decided, well, that would be a good way to go to get us started. Gonna have to kind of figure out how to use it. Thought about using Sony. Sony's are great cameras, has much better autofocus capabilities, but figured, well, maybe autofocus wasn't as important as image stabilization walking around. So we decided that we were going with the Panasonic. Hopefully someday, you know, maybe we'll upgrade and be able to get a GH5, but for the moment, this is what we have. The kit lens which comes with it is a 12 to 16. It's a good question. F what? Not sure how fast it is. It's not a terribly fast lens. This isn't a great lens, but a lot of people have said it's an awesome little kit lens. So that was another reason to go with the G85 was people said, well, the kit lens that comes with it is a really great little lens to get you going. So gonna be digging into how to use this. Gonna be, if you ever see me, I'm gonna be that person. Hey, how you doing? What's poppin'? Lots of vlogging coming up. We tell the stories of what we're doing. So there's that. Still got a couple more. Well, it must fit in this bag somehow. Gonna take all the other stuff out and don't know how all that's gonna work, but we'll figure it out at some point in time. Too big. Do I open the big one or do I open the small one? It's not always about big. Big isn't always better. So, guess I'll go here. Let's see. Same basic wrapping paper. Must be the same basic theme. Again, another box. We haven't quite reached the point where we can have Amazon or B&H affiliate status where I could kind of post it down in the comments and you can click on it and it can help us with what we're doing. But, oh, wow. Here we go. Get out of here. Lenses. We have 4 lenses. They are from Rokinon, which is a great lens manufacturer. We have the Rokinon 35 millimeter T1 full frame cinema lens. The great thing about cinema lenses is they're geared to be able to use a follow focus. And I heard most of you probably know your lenses as having f-stops. These lenses are measured in t-stops. So the difference between f-stop is the amount of width of the aperture and how much light comes through it. T-stops are actually the amount of light which reaches the back of the lens, so that actually hits the sensor of the camera that it's attached to. So these are T1.5, which are pretty fast lenses. So we'll probably hopefully get some good bokeh, blurred out background in the shots, things like that. But because these are cinema lenses, there are a couple things about cinema lenses. Cinema lenses tend to have a longer throw. So the throw is the amount that the lens actually turns from one focal point to another, so the focal length. On a cinema lens, what you want a longer throw for video because it allows you to get finer focus. So what we have are cinema lenses. They also have gears that are a little bigger, so you can put something called a follow focus on your camera, which also gives you a little greater ability to pull focus, adjust focus while you're actually shooting. So we got them in 4 focal lengths. We got a 35 millimeter lens, which is a pretty wide lens, a 24, which is even wider, a 50. Any of you that are in kind of know cameras and stuff, people talk about the nifty 50. Good portrait lens, good lens for kind of all around type stuff. And then we have an 85 millimeter. So have a bunch of focal lengths covered, and they're pretty good lenses. I'm trying to figure out if I can get them on the G85, because these are EF lenses, EF mounts, which fit generally Canon cameras. You might see that it says Canon on it, for Canon. But the G85 is a micro four thirds, so it's a little bit smaller sensor. So these will have to be adapted. So using an adapter or a speed booster. And I don't know, guess we'll see if we can get them on there. So we have 4 lenses, pretty good lenses, not great lenses, but better than I've ever owned. So I'm gonna figure out how to use them. You'll see me doing some videos as I learn and share with you how you can use lenses. And now we have one more thing. Ugh. That's why I'm getting out of tennis, because too much to pick stuff up and move stuff around. And so here we go. Oh my goodness gracious. What? A Panasonic AU EVA1 memory card camera recorder. Well, I'm going to have to figure out how to get this open, because I want to see this. Ugh! I might have to go digging around in my shop here and find a little knife to get this open. Or maybe not. Boxes inside of boxes inside of boxes. And I suspect this isn't something that I want to do any damage to, trying to get it open. Now, another box. Okay. So watch, this is going to be like the smallest camera known to man. One of those Christmas tricks. Put boxes inside of boxes. And then there's something super tiny inside. Another box. Should have brought a knife for this. I'm going to be right back. In my tool belt. Okay. Back with the tools. Got the tools. Most of you know that we're enjoying IPAs these days. That was a lot of work. Needed to wet the whistle. All right. So let's see what this looks like in here. You guessed it. Yep. More boxes. Let's see. What's in here? Looks like a battery charger and a power brick. A battery. Some other stuff that I'm going to have to figure out because we know I don't really know anything about this, which is why I'm learning, but I'm going to learn, determined. Okay, so let's get down. Directions. Looks like they're written in some other language, but we'll see. Cover. Let's put this out of the way. I believe this is the monitor. Unfortunately, one of the negatives on this camera is that this is a really good mirror. So using it outside is going to be kind of tough. We're going to have to figure out how to adapt it so that we can get what we need. But heard that the menu system on it is phenomenal. It's one of the things Panasonic is known for, is its menu system. So I am looking forward to digging into that as I figure out how to use it. And here we go. Here's the bad boy. There it is. Sweet little Eva. The EVA1. It is something where we have great little menu system, and we'll dig in once we get it. Built-in ND filters, has 3-stage ND filters, 2, 4, and 6, I believe. A bunch of customizable buttons as we go through. Great camera. It will do 100, all the way up to 240 frames per second at 1080p. It will do 4K at 60p. But looking forward to some of that really, really smooth, super slow motion, 120 frames per second. Can't spill all the beans right now because I gotta keep some things to myself. But we got some pretty cool projects coming up where slow motion is going to help make the videos that we produce really cool. It has professional inputs in the back, couple of audio ins so that I can attach my XLR monitors. It has SDI out and time code in and out, dual SD card slots. Yep, that's where those Angel Bird 128s will go, is in that space. So they'll slide in here so that we can I think we can actually record to both cards at once so that we have a backup in case one card fails, or do where it falls over from one card to the other when it fills, and then we could actually replace so that we have continuous runtime. This is going to be great for doing documentary work. It's going to be absolutely fantastic as we move forward and capture some of the interview type things that we're doing, the Frisco channel as we talk to great people. This is the real deal, folks. This is big time camera. Now, time for me to step up and become big time in understanding how to use it to tell really great stories and to share them with you. I look forward to doing that beginning very, very, very soon. This isn't all the gear that's coming, but it's all the gear that we could bring in before Christmas. The rest of it will be coming in the next few weeks as we get going. The first couple of weeks of January, developing projects and putting out videos and developing content in all sorts of mediums. Thanks for spending whatever time that you took out of your Christmas Eve to watch this, or at any other time that you took away from other things which are equally super important, to kind of share with me my journey as I go from being a tennis coach to being somebody that enjoys life and hanging out with you. Till later, peace out.